more job declines as the recession continues. The United States added just 83,000 private sector jobs in June, according to the monthly employment situation summary released by the Labor Department. The official unemployment rate declined to 9.5% from 9.7% in May, but that was an illusion, as 652,000 Americans just left the workforce. Overall, the nation lost 125,000 jobs in June. With the economy slowing down, housing sales plummeted, while earnings and hours worked ticked downward last month. The stakes grow larger economically and politically. The next few monthly unemployment reports will unfold during the run-up to the midterm congressional elections this fall. Incumbents feel particularly precarious, and major economic decisions about financial reform, unemployment benefits, and aid to states still sit on their desks as they take a vacation. We may have seen the best of employment for some time, said the chief economist at Northern Trust. In general, the economy is downshifting, maybe to stall speed, or just above stall. Even long-time optimists pulled in their horns a touch, while they pointedly distance themselves from those economists who worry about a double-dip recession or a stagnant and lost decade. Enthusiasm was hard to detect. Obviously, it was a disappointing report, said the chief global economist at the Economic Outlook Group, and it comes on top of a whole lot of other economic indicators that painted a bleak picture for the country. And again, this time it's different. There's never been times like these before, and there'll never be times like these again. Everything is connected or related, just like the Gulf of Mexico oil spill or the Afghanistan war. They are all connected in some kind of way. Some predict that this jobs report will add fuel to the fiery debate between deficit hawks and pump primers in Washington. Some favor more government intervention. Government spending prevented the U.S. economy from tipping into a depression. But beyond that, the government cannot, short of war, get private companies to increase hiring if they don't really want to. Just as May's jobs report appeared deceptively robust, swollen by 411,000 temporary workers hired by the federal government to help with the census, so the June report appears deceptively anemic, as the government shed 225,000 of those temporary workers. Well, anyway, they knew that would happen. The 83,000 private sector jobs created in June more than doubled the count in May. In the first 6 months of 2009, the nation lost at least 3.7 million private sector jobs. During the first 6 months of this year, it gained only 590,000 back. Manufacturing continued a small revival as plants added just 9,000 jobs, bringing the total for such jobs to 136,000 since January. But manufacturing shed 2 million jobs early in the recession. Amusement, gambling, and recreation businesses added 28,000. Healthcare inched up 9,000 for a 12-month gain of 217,000 jobs as the nation's population ages. And professional firms continue to add temporary workers, 21,000 last month. President Obama offered restrained applause for the jobs report, even as he acknowledged the economy remained weak. Indeed, the economy needs to add at least 130,000 jobs each month just to keep pace with new workers entering the market. The labor pool is packed with some 15 million Americans looking for work, and state and local governments cut another 10,000 jobs in June. Cuts likely to accelerate this summer. Yes, this time is different. Auto sales fell, housing sales plunged, and unemployment claims rose to a peak higher than is normal for an economic recovery. And Friday's labor data offered many more signs of slippage. The labor force participation rate, that is, the number of workers counted as participating in the national economy, fell by 0.3 percentage points, and the picture remained unyieldingly grim for the long-term unemployed. The median duration of unemployment rose to 25.5 weeks in June, from 23.2 in May. In other words, it's getting worse. More and more Americans are being left behind. In June, approximately 2.6 million people were marginally attached to the labor force, a rise of 415,000 from a year earlier. This means they are not counted in the unemployment numbers, but they have looked during the last year and want a job. The overall unemployment rate, incorporating all such Americans, stood at 16.5%. That's really the real economic story. This economic recovery does not have enough momentum to sustain on its own without government help. Businesses are reluctant to hire for fear of a double-dip recession. So, without jobs, the economy can't grow, limiting job growth and spending. Christina Romier, chairwoman of the President's Council of Economic Advisors, described the economy as a ship on stormy global waters. European nations are slashing budgets. China's economy has cooled, and the stock markets are caught between indigestion and serious worries. Yet the United States labor force is larger than a year ago, she said, and the jobless rate is lower. 2 months ago, the world was getting giddy, and it seemed to be better than anyone expected, she said in an interview. But in the past 2 weeks, the news is on the other side, worse than expected. This is not, she said, a normal recovery, because it was not a normal recession. There are some strong headwinds. Yes, this time it's different, because all these are a physical manifestation of revelation. And these are the end times transition days. There is a real transition going on all around the world. In other words, everything that must change quickly or rapidly, and for the better. Revelation chapter 6. And I saw when the Lamb opened one of the seals, and I heard, as it were the noise of thunder, one of the 4 beasts saying, Come and see. 2. And I saw, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat on him had a bow, and a crown was given unto him, and he went forth conquering, and to conquer. 3. And when he had opened the second seal, I heard the second beast say, Come and see. 4. And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great weapon. 5. And when he had opened the third seal, I heard the third beast say, Come and see. And I beheld, and lo, a black horse, and he that sat on him had a pair of balances in his hand. 6. And I heard a voice in the midst of the 4 beasts say, A measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny. And see, thou hurt not the oil and the wine. 7. And when he had opened the 4th seal, I heard the voice of the 4th beast say, Come and see. And yes, all these are more signs happening daily all around the world.